Okay, hi. In this video today I am going to try to unpack a standard. The standard I chose and the one that I'm going to use is a Common Core State Standard, and it is probably going to take more than 5 lessons to complete or to accomplish or to master the skills in this standard. It is a very complex standard to me, and it is going to be worked with a 4th grade class during math class. Okay, so the standard is about operations and algebraic thinking, and it goes as follows. Solve multi-step word problems posed with whole numbers and having whole number answers using the 4 operations, including problems in which remainders must be interpreted. Represent these problems using equations with a letter standing for the unknown quantity, and assess the reasonableness of the answers using mental computation and estimation strategies, including rounding. So what I see here in this standard, the important nouns or the important words to consider from the standard are whole numbers, word problems, and equations. So I think that students need to know what a whole number is. They need to know what a word problem is, what it means, what they have to do in a word problem, because I think it needs critical thinking, and also equations, how to write equations. It is important to know in the standard what exactly the kids are going to work on. If the standard talks only about whole numbers, then they should know that they're only going to work with whole numbers, and they're not going to mix with decimals or any other type of numbers. Well, problem solving involves critical thinking, and according to the problem, they have to determine whether they need to add, subtract, multiply, or divide. They also need to be able to write an equation, as the standard says, using a letter for the quantity or the unknown number. So the skills students need to develop or master in this standard are how to solve a problem, how to represent the problem using equations, and also they need to know estimation and rounding numbers. So what we do in class is first students work with the teacher before going into the book. First, students do some examples on the board, and what we do is try to break down the problem using different colors. So we break it down first with the students by asking them, or first reading the problem and then asking them to highlight what the problem is asking for. So we highlight with a color the question of the problem. Then we focus with another color on all the information that the problem is giving us, like how many trees or the distance or whatever it is, but we highlight all the information that the problem is giving us. And then with another color, according to what the question is, we highlight, or actually we cross out all the unnecessary information. So if the question is asking how high is whatever kind of tree, and it's giving us the height of some type of flower, then we don't need the height of the flower, so we cross it out, and with all the information left, then the students can write their equation and solve the problem. So for the activities that can be done with the whole class, first I would go with the book. We do the Go Math book. As I said, first we do some examples on the board with the teacher to make sure students understand what they have to do, and then we give them some time to work on their own, solving the rest of the exercises in that page. And once they are done with that, then they are allowed to do some other extra activities related to the unit that can either be worksheets, or we have games. We split them up in groups like centers. So some of them can do worksheets, word problem worksheets, We also have them do like simple addition or subtraction, but estimating or rounding the numbers. And with the games, we also have a couple of games related with the unit, and we rotate the students every day. So each group of students gets a chance of doing all the activities, the worksheets, the games, but that is once they finish working with the book. To assess for understanding and to check for progress, I would use whiteboards, which is something I really, really like. Every day before starting the math class, I would ask them to take out their whiteboards and give them some exercises from the day before related to the unit, and they would have to solve them on the whiteboards, and that's how I can check if they are understanding or not. And also not only give them word problems, but I would also give them, like I said before, addition, subtraction, or multiplication, which is where we are right now, estimating and rounding numbers. And also, I would also use the mid-chapter checkpoint that we have in the book to check for understanding. And also at the end of the unit, I would give them the end of the unit test and see how they did and where they need help, and from there on just keep on working with what they need help on. Thank you.